You know that feeling when you're lying in bed staring at the ceiling and your brain just won't shut up? It's 3 a.m., the world is quiet, but your thoughts are loud. Louder than they've ever been. You keep changing sides, hoping your mind will finally slow down. But instead it speeds up. Every small memory, every tiny regret, every random thought you've ever had, all lining up for attention. It's almost like your brain saves all its chaos for the moment you try to rest. When you can't sleep, it's not just your body that's tired. Your brain starts to panic in silence. See, sleep isn't just rest. It's maintenance. It's when your brain takes out the trash, literally. There's something called the glymphatic system, a network that clears away toxins and waste that build up while you're awake. When you skip that process, your mind becomes cluttered like a room you never clean. You start to feel foggy, irritable, detached from yourself because your brain is drowning in its own leftovers. And what's worse, the brain knows it's not okay. When you're struggling to fall asleep, it switches into alert mode, the same one it uses when it thinks you're in danger. Your amygdala, the part that controls fear, gets hyperactive. Your cortisol levels rise, your heartbeat quickens, and your body basically says, there's a threat somewhere. Except, there isn't. You're safe. You're just in bed. But your brain can't tell the difference between real danger and internal restlessness. Ever wonder why your thoughts feel darker at night? It's not a coincidence. Studies show that lack of sleep actually amplifies the emotional centers of the brain while muting the rational ones. Meaning your fears, your guilt, your sadness, they all get louder while logic gets quieter. That's why small worries suddenly feel like the end of the world at 2 a.m. You're not crazy. Your brain is just running on emergency power, trying to keep you awake when it should be healing itself. And then there's the loop. You can't sleep because you're stressed. And you're stressed because you can't sleep. It's a cruel circle that turns nights into battles. Your body produces more adrenaline as hours pass, and by the time you finally doze off, it's almost morning. You wake up exhausted even though you technically slept. Because that kind of sleep, the one after hours of struggle, isn't real rest, it's survival. If this keeps happening, your brain starts to change, literally. MRI scans have shown that chronic insomnia can shrink parts of the hippocampus, the area that handles memory and emotional control. That's why people who can't sleep often feel detached, forgetful, or lost in their own thoughts. It's like your mind slowly loses its rhythm. Even creativity fades because your brain isn't getting the silence it needs to connect ideas together. You start noticing little things. You can't focus. Your patience runs thin. Music doesn't feel the same. Food doesn't taste the same. It's as if your world loses color and all you're left with is static noise inside your head. Sleep deprivation doesn't just make you tired. It changes how you see reality. Your brain starts hallucinating mildly, confusing dreams and real memories because it's desperate to dream while awake. And here's the craziest part. The more you force yourself to sleep, the harder it gets. Because sleep isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. When you lie there thinking, I need to sleep, your brain interprets that as pressure. And pressure is stress. It's like trying to relax by telling yourself to relax. It just doesn't work. So what actually helps? Scientists discovered something interesting. Your brain follows something called a sleep drive, kind of like hunger. The more time you're awake, the stronger it gets. But anxiety kills it. That's why people who overthink at night find it almost impossible to rest. The brain is too busy solving problems that don't exist yet. It keeps you in mental motion, and motion and rest can't exist together. But here's a thought. Maybe the problem isn't that you can't sleep. Maybe it's that you don't feel safe enough to. Your brain won't shut down if it feels like it still has work to do, or if it's emotionally unsettled. You could have the softest bed in the world, but if your mind feels like it's standing in the middle of a storm, it's not going to rest. Sometimes sleeplessness isn't the enemy. It's a signal, a quiet cry from your brain saying, something's not right. Fix it before you rest. That's why the nights you do fall asleep easily are usually the ones when you feel at peace, when your brain finally believes it can let go. Sleep isn't just a physical need, it's emotional permission. And most people don't realize that. They try pills, caffeine cycles, or scrolling through their phones until they pass out. But your brain doesn't want distraction. It wants stillness. It wants closure. You've probably noticed that weird thing. How sometimes you're half asleep but still thinking, like your body shut down but your mind stayed online. That's the transitional state between wakefulness and sleep, called hypnagogia. It's when your brain starts generating dream-like imagery while still holding on to consciousness. Artists like Salvador Dali used to take advantage of that state to get creative ideas. But if you stay stuck there, never fully asleep, never fully awake, your mind gets trapped in limbo. It's exhausting. The irony is that sleep is one of the few things you can't try to do better. You can't control it. All you can do is create the conditions for it to happen. That means no screens before bed, a consistent routine, letting your brain trust the quiet, meditation, journaling, even dimming the lights slowly. These aren't cliches. They're ways of telling your nervous system it's safe now. You can power down. And once you do start sleeping again, you'll notice something strange. Your emotions start to make sense. You'll remember things clearly. You'll laugh easier. Because the brain you thought was broken was just tired. It just needed rest to process life again. So next time you're lying there at 2 a.m. frustrated, trying to force yourself to sleep, remember this. Your brain isn't your enemy. It's doing what it thinks is best. Keeping you alert, protecting you from invisible fears, holding on to unresolved emotions. Talk to it. Breathe. Tell yourself you're safe. The more peace you offer your mind, the more it trusts the silence. Because eventually sleep will come, not as a battle you win, but as a peace you allow.